Broncos, and it comes your way next.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. And he'll go out of bounds all the way down inside the 35.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of the football team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Falcon defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by McManus is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
52. Ready?
1st down, and they'll start with Algier. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 55 yards.
As always, priority number one for them is to secure the win this week. But priority number two, this guy right now who is 6th in the league in rushing. They want to give him that push to get him into the top 5 and really earn the status of being one of the best ground games in the NFL, as well as him being one of the lead backs, too.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
That is caught, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Falcons are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2,
touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So certainly a defensive mistake here in the first quarter, getting hit with a roughing the passer call.
And that hurts not just because of the yardage you gave up and give them a fresh set of downs, but that brought the home crowd into this one. And when you go on the road, your job is to silence the crowd, not energize them.
36 power.
On 1st down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Throwing again here. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Troy Anderson applying the pressure and picking up the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ritter off the play fake. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
They find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, They have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
On second down, Williams. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Wilson now off the bootleg. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Now Williams running left. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Fighting it off. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Runs like that, this time on the RPO, is why they call him dangerous.
I love the way you drop that in there. His decision-making is what makes it all go, because his ability to process so quickly what the defense is doing, make the right read, and then when he takes off and runs, also knows how to protect himself downfield after he's gotten all he can out of a sprint. Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On second down, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. That'll be caught by the tight end, Keene. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Ready.
This now a 3rd and 4. Ritter now. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Either just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with the touchdown.
Yes,
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken. Yards on the play.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Mancovers were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here caught by Mims. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3, ball on the 7. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tyler Algier and the rest of this offense making their return to the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Here's Algier again on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Algier will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On first down, Ritter. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On second, here's Algier. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on third down. And a quick throw here that's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First down, here's Ritter. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Algier now up the middle. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 yards to go, second down. Here's Ritter. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Ritter now on second down. And this is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. Picked up by Riley Mullis. And the Broncos will take over possession here up at the 44. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So we reach halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Desmond Ritter and the Atlanta offense set to go once more. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Now, during that run, an injury here We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. So first down, and they'll stick with Algier. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Ritter will set up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd down, Ritter dumps this one out to Algier. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
3rd down, here's Algier. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Ritter looking to throw here on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So here... take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They run. It's Williams. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. But the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Going play action, Ritter. Wide open receiver complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Steal. Check steal. Blaster. Six. Drill green.
Ritter will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Play action. It's Wilson. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And he'll be out of it. Get it up past the 45. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. Here's Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Down to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Hey, hey. Left half.
Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
On second down, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full... on first down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
14.
Now Wilson on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. Touchdown! Cortland Sutton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
McManus now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Holding, receiving team.
Scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
Ready.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That's Drew Sanders who got in there and dropped him.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. This pass is caught by London. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Ritter on 1st and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
He's got this to Algier. Touchdown, Falcons! Tyler Algier from 17 yards out. And the Falcons go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Wilson. And that one too wide and incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And taken right at the 35. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So now Ritter and the Falcons down by 10. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. Meanwhile, Ritter's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready, break. 52 blaster. Ready?
First down, here's Ritter. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Ritter off the play fake.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Green jack. Ball red.
Here's Ritter.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Now Ritter.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, and call it an even 50 yards.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing now is Wilson.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get with just under 90 seconds remaining.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught. And again, pays off. They get the first. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.